Um, I didn't think I was gonna have to make this video. I've only made a few videos on my channel, but I'm gonna talk about something that kind of affects everyone who uses this medium. Uses YouTube as a source of entertainment, source of income, source of escape, source of reviews, whether that be for video games, movies, comic books, anything. It's sad to think that YouTube, who went from let's show some cat videos to what it is now, which is a huge medium that has a bunch of content creators on there, right? And these content creators don't need to have necessarily a lot of skill, a lot of experience, a lot of talent. They just need to have a passion for it and start. That's what YouTubers, when they always have to answer questions, how do I start YouTube? They always answer, just start making videos. Just start doing something. And that's the great thing about YouTube. The worst thing about YouTube is the fair use. Fair use is it's just not there anymore. YouTube doesn't care about its content creators. It cares about the big ones. It cares about Markiplier. It cares about PewDiePie. It cares about Superwoman. It cares about anyone who has millions of subscribers. But if you have a million subscribers, just a million, you're still under constant threat of having your channel being taken down, having a claim against it, or having a strike against it. And that's just wrong. That's not right. That shouldn't be the thing, right? Studios and people who make claims should have the fear put in them. Like, okay, is this really a because if I do, I'm going to have a problem here. Things like Sony people, any studio who claims videos, right, should have punishment for what they do, right? If you claim a video and it's under fair use, you should have some legal ramification. You do be like, all right, you get, I don't know how many more strikes you can have during the day. If you're a huge company, I guess maybe you can have a few hundred, maybe a few thousand strikes, right? But you cannot have them unlimited and have no repercussions for making a false claim. There's going to be smarter people than me that can probably come up with it, a way to have a balance, right? Because you do still need to protect the studios. Studios still need to protect, and content creators themselves still need to protect their content, their trademarks, their copyrighted material, things like that, right? Their personalities, they still have to protect that. But I don't know. It's a very good question. Where is the fair use? Because if, I was in the real world, right? Because the internet and the real world are separate places. If I was in the real world and somebody was breaking my rights constantly, just without a care in the world, I could call the police. I could go to a court, sue them, do whatever I need to do. But you can't do that on YouTube. And this is a message as much as to YouTube as it is to other content creators. Guys, if it keeps getting worse, we might just have to leave. Yahoo's talking about making another website that's like YouTube, that can compete with YouTube, because YouTube pretty much has a monopoly on what it does. But I'll give a little advice to Yahoo. Yahoo, if you want to make a better YouTube, have better fair use policies. Make sure the content creators are first, second, and third. Then everybody else comes. But if YouTube wants to keep its stuff and not die out, look at MySpace, you look at any of those places, it's not that, and that's the thing. They didn't even do anything really wrong. It was just something new, something. And YouTube, you are not always going to be the behemoth. You are not. Look throughout history, no one is on top forever. Some of the greatest civilizations in the world: Rome, Alexander, the Mongols, China. You look at all these dynasties, empires, kingships, monarchies, governments, people, leaders, they all fall. And they usually fall because they start changing and they start becoming different than what they originally were. I'm not here to tell YouTube how to do their job because, honestly, I'm not there in their office, in their meetings, in their staff board meetings talking about what's going to happen. But I can tell you this one thing, is that the average Joe knows about an average Joe's product a lot better than most people do in higher ups. It's, Google owns YouTube. Google went from protesting SOPA, right, which was going to censor the internet, to now having this horrible system that makes people have their voices silenced. Reviews, criticism, satire, 3 things that are under fair use, 3 things that are under the First Amendment, and they're being attacked. I don't know. YouTube, you might die, and it may not be a quick and painless death. It could be a quick and it could be a long and painful one. And yeah, you gotta watch yourself. And to all the content creators, your movie sucks. I hate everything. Angry Joe, Nostalgia Critic, Black Nerd Comedy, Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, all these people that I enjoy watching and sometimes disagree with, which is okay because it creates a dialogue. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being who you are, making what you are, because if it doesn't get better, you could just go to a different place. One day there will be another video sharing website that competes with YouTube, and if it has better fair use policies, YouTube's gonna die. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. And I hope you like it. If you did like it, if anyone watches this, I hope you like the video. Subscribe if you want. I make videos every so often, probably a little more regularly than I have been. And just keep up the free speech. Keep up fighting these claims and these strikes, because there's a whole community of people, millions of people, maybe even billions, that support you. So, I don't know how to say bye yet, so I'm just going to say bye. So, bye-bye.